Last Call for Lunch.
I'm MrsLunchLady.
And I'm DarkestWARHAWK.
It has been such a long time. I feel like we haven't podcasted in like a year.
It's, since last year. Someone had to say it. I mean, come on, it's too easy not to.
But we are back on schedule, sort of, kind of. I mean, yeah, it's Thursday. We're on schedule. We're good. Trickster, thanks for the Prime sub, dude.
What up?
Appreciate it. Good start to the
What?
year. Good start to the year. All right, so we're back. Oh, dang, live pod. Orfed! What's up, bro?
What up, Orf?
Yeah, we're going to start doing them live every Thursday. So, yeah, live podcast every Thursday on Twitch. And then Mondays, the audio versions will be up on Apple, Spotify, everything. And then we'll be uploading videos again to the YouTube channel. Which I think we stopped uploading videos after like episode 3 because they were just really, really hard to do because we did them all in game. So how was everyone's holiday? We will enjoy the podcast, Trickster. Thank you so much for hanging out, dude. I really appreciate it. So, but yeah, how was everyone's holiday?
Holidays were good over here, man. It was fast and furious. I think I can speak maybe hopefully for everybody that 2021 was a little bit still of a dumpster fire, obviously, with everything going on. So nice to kind of start the year over and get here. But I was able to hang with some family. My dad came down, hung out with my sister and her fiance and my girlfriend. Shout out to Hillary. And we just kind of hung out and nothing major. My sister made an incredible meal. It was nice to kind of relax with that and enjoy it. But I will say, I thought 2022 was going to be better, and I got COVID the first week of the year, so that was cool.
I honestly thought you were about to say you got fired.
Oh, no.
And I was like, you didn't tell us?
It's just crazy how 2 years I haven't gotten sick or gotten COVID, and then all of a sudden the first week of 2022, and it's just like, I'm gonna get you, and he got me. So, but recovered. It wasn't too bad, obviously, for me, and luckily, and yeah. Otherwise, the holidays, everything was wonderful.
Dude, everybody we know has COVID. It's very upsetting.
But we have still managed to not get it. Knock on the fake wood of my desk. I don't know how we've made it 2 years into a pandemic without getting COVID. Probably because we just sit in our house and play video games.
So do I, and it found its way in.
Yeah, but your girlfriend's a school teacher.
I don't think it was her, though. I don't know. We obviously went out to grocery stores, went out to eat a few times, but we were safe about it. So it's hard to say, but be safe out there, everybody.
I don't go anywhere. I don't open up my windows. When my neighbor comes by, I shoo him through the wall. I'm like, get out of here! Like, I'm never getting COVID.
I hope not.
And honestly, like, there were a few times where I'm like, I'd be in my morning meetings at work, and I'm like, I just feel like garbage. And they'd be like, COVID? I'm like, I don't know.
Can I go home?
You're already home, Anthony. Damn it. Can I go back to bed?
Right.
So, aside from that, how was everyone's holidays? Bill, you talked about your holiday. Case, how was our holiday?
You know how our holiday was, baby. We enjoyed the same holiday.
Yeah, ours was good. Casey's mom came in from out of town for a week, so we got to hang out with her. She brought a ton of gifts.
So many presents.
That's kind of what the grandma does, right? Little H, right?
I know.
Sense.
I understand that this is what grandmothers do, but dear God, like the car was we went to pick her up halfway, and we had to take 2 cars.
Oh my gosh.
To fit all of her shit and get it to our house.
I'm not even joking. We opened up presents every day that she was here, leading up to. She came on the Thursday before Christmas, Wednesday before Christmas.
The Friday before Christmas, and we opened presents for what, 8 days, including Christmas.
Yeah, one to two presents a day, just because we didn't have room to put them anywhere, so we had to like open them. Dude, and some of them were huge. I have a trampoline in the shed that I have to build for the kid come springtime. We have a tent that's built and in our 3 Seasons room right now because I just don't want to take it down. That he like hung out in like the whole time she was here, even though it's cold outside.
Yep, it's a lot of stuff. But it was really good. We saw Anthony's mom and sister too, and really chill New Year's Eve. Like I feel like I'm still not caught up and recovered. Like, can I have another week off work, please? Thank you.
Yeah, New Year's Eve we went to our friend Jordan's house. We played board games, drank. Yeah, it was a pretty chill night. Orft says dealing with the cardboard after first world problems are still problems. Man, my garage is nothing but cardboard, man.
Oh, Orft knows then. Yeah, I mean we have a cardboard mountain. We literally have to like the cardboard comes on Wednesday or the recycling comes on Wednesday. So on Tuesday we have to go break down, as many boxes as we can fit.
That your cat loves and H loves too, apparently, right?
Oh.
He actually came into the office the other morning with a drawing on a piece of paper and was like, I designed this costume. Can we build it today out of cardboard? And I said, not right now because I'm working, but if you remember later, we can. But then he forgot, so.
Oh. I'll say Halloween's quite a ways away to keep that cardboard suit for later on, too.
Dude, he turned so many Christmas boxes into like aquariums for all of his little animals. He built a zoo. He took all of these Christmas boxes and built a zoo and then put like his stuffies and his figurines in them. And now he doesn't want to get rid of the cardboard boxes because it's the polar bear habitat or the walrus habitat.
I mean, I understand. Hopefully made a penguin exhibit because that's my favorite animal. But hey,
dude, it's trash.
It's not trash.
This is what I was telling you when we were playing like last week. When you have kids, man, if you ever decide to have kids, throw away your trash. Not your kid.
Yeah. I'll write that down.
Yes. Sir Old Sage watching the podcast live is the new listening to it at work. Right on, man. Welcome.
Yeah.
This is our first time. I don't know what will actually make it into the editing cut, but I feel like we should say this is our first time streaming live on Twitch. So you may hear in the cut, if it's relevant, you may hear some comments and back and forth with chat too. So thank you to everybody who's watching and hanging out with us tonight. We are very excited about this and have been really looking forward to it since the new year started.
Well, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but we live in different states and we've only met once in real life. So
and that was at kind of our wedding when
that was at the
Dark married us.
Hey, if you need it, I'm your guy. But
and he's free too.
And it's free. I mean, it was just a fun night all in all. But at the same time, like we're in different states, so like we love this idea because this allows us to see each other interact, on a different level, rather than just kind of talking into a microphone all the time. So excited that you guys, especially on the Twitch scene can listen in and see it live. And then for anybody else, obviously on YouTube or the normal podcasts will be obviously up as well. So appreciate you guys in every fashion. And we just want to do something different for you guys as well. So thank you all.
I don't know why we didn't think of this sooner, honestly.
Well, we had to wait for a new year, new you kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, just makes sense.
I love it. I also really like these backgrounds.
These backgrounds are pretty sick. I mean, what do you mean backgrounds?
Can anyone guess what tavern this is?
It's our favorite tavern. Right?
Exactly. Yes, whatever tavern we're in is our favorite tavern. I actually logged into the game a few times. It kept giving me Ancient Spire. And it was just dark up there. Like everything was dark. Out the window was kind of dark.
That's not. Wait, we're the one that we hate. Plunder?
No,
because of the damn jump down.
No, that's Ancient Spire.
No, we hate
Ancient
Ancient Spire.
That is
Yeah.
Ancient Spire. Okay.
Sir Old Sage says Sanctuary. Close. Golden Sands.
We're taking the easy seat, level C's here to start off this. Maybe we'll progress over to Galleon's Grave sometime, or the Molten Fortress later on. But
oh man, we should do a Morrow's Peak one.
wow, we got to go all 7 outposts. It's an accommodation.
So before we get into Sea of Thieves talk, one last thing about the holidays. I feel like there's a race car in here. Did Santa bring anybody anything fun, or is it something that they really enjoyed? Did Santa bring something that they're like, thank you, Santa, thank you?
Anthony is just asking this question so that he can toot his own horn.
I'm really not. I'm curious. Like, as an adult, you really don't talk about, like, hey, what'd you get for Christmas? But I feel like it'd kind of be fun. I don't know.
Or if you got a yo-yo.
Yeah, yo-yo, dude.
You walking that dog yet?
I don't even know how to do a classic like yo-yo up and down. So if somebody's walking the dog, good for them.
No, I agree.
So I got super exciting presents that I love. One are these awesome headphones that are Sennheiser.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice them on.
Completely
Nice.
obsessed with them. I know they're so good. They're noise canceling and amazing.
So you can't hear Anthony's BS.
Pretty much.
Honestly, I mostly just use them to listen to smutty audiobooks, if we're being honest, while I work. So, or other podcasts.
Bye, Orf. We'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Listen to the rest of the podcast.
Oh, bye. And then I also got a heating blanket, which I've probably used every day since I got it. I think I didn't realize how much I needed a heating blanket in my life because it's fucking freezing in Ohio.
Amen. I got a lot of good gifts. I was very fortunate this year. My Hillary's parents actually got us an axe throwing gift, so we can go to like this place near us that we can actually throw axes. I'm actually pretty excited to try that out. I've always seen it. I mean, drinking and axe throwing sounds like it goes hand in hand, so I think that'll be fun.
I feel like you're gonna just naturally be good at that too because you're from up north.
I follow Jason.
We do that a lot.
I follow Jason Momoa on Instagram. I know what that's about.
Yeah, he does it like a king. I mean, or Samoa, I don't know. But yeah, that's a pretty big one that I really enjoyed. Hillary and I actually haven't exchanged gifts yet because it's been crazy. Going to her parents, then my dad was in town. I know, right? She's making the same face.
What?
Yeah. So we haven't done that. Well, then I got COVID, remember, and she got COVID. So we haven't really.
Now you told us pre-Christmas. I feel like you told us that you guys weren't going to get gifts this year because you were saving for travel.
Yeah. So like our gifts I think are pretty small this year. She kind of knows, I think, what she's getting. I probably should know what I'm getting, but I probably already, I forgot what I probably was going to get. So it'll be a surprise, which would be great. But yeah, we're going to Jamaica. So that was kind of like our, hey, we're not going to go too big because Jamaica's pretty big already. And it's going to be a fun time. Hopefully COVID relaxes and we can still go. But yeah, that's for, 5 or 6 episodes down the line. But yeah, other than that, some small small odds and ends things. I got some things for my Traeger, my grill, my smoker, so pretty excited to use some of that. My dad actually, my parents got me some grill grates, so you can get a really nice sear and a steak. I'm pretty pumped for that stuff, so yeah, I'm happy.
That's awesome.
Oh, and sorry, before you go, my mom knows me too well. I got this big ass Hershey's cookies and cream chocolate bar that I was able to enjoy before the new year, so
is that your favorite candy?
Oh yeah, Hershey's cookies.
The cookies and cream one.
Oh yeah,
cookies and cream is good, man.
Yeah, cookies, cream, ice cream is where it's at, and then that chocolate bar, and it was this big. It was like a pound. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was. I mean, so for the longest time, I've had this like Twitch hoodie, and it's just so ratty and beat up, and every time I wear it, Case is just like,
Made that face.
can you just burn that thing, please? But I'm like, I like it. It's comfortable. So this makes her happy. Her mom got me this Twitch hoodie. So now Casey doesn't have to look at my old one, but now she has to look at this one all the time because this is what I wear most of the time when I'm cold and going outside.
I bet it's nice and soft on the inside too.
It really is, yeah.
Well, you know, like as you wash hoodies, they get all pilly and like super uncomfortable. So it's nice to just start fresh.
New year, new hoodie.
Got this too. This was a little gift to myself. Thank you, Boxy.
Nice. And then I think the coolest thing is Case got me like a giant LED sign that says "Last Call for Lunch," or a neon sign. I think that's really cool.
It's badass.
It's so awesome. I can't wait to start like redecorating this room so we can hang it up somewhere. I want to hang it in the window so it's like a bar.
There you go.
That would be cool. And then I got these Xbox headphones. And a bunch of other stuff, but like, yeah, it was just a chill. It was a fun week. Like she was saying, my sister came over, and we got to give them a bunch of stuff because they just got up in a new place and they don't really have much, so we were able to like help them out and give them a bunch of stuff, and it was really cool. And they had a good time, and I got 3 cookbooks, so I'm excited.
There you go too.
Yeah. All right, so finally, it's been 18 minutes. Let's talk about Sea of Thieves. We're not going to talk about much because we haven't done anything. So see you later, everybody. Peace.
Bill did a lot of traveling.
So I just want to say I meant to mute my mic. I shut off the stream, but the stream is back up.
I noticed that.
It was down for like 30 seconds. I swear.
We're still working out the test here.
I literally didn't even notice that happening, and I have the stream.
I'm eventually going to get a stream deck, and then I won't have to hotkey my keyboard to do stuff. Well, thank you, Old Sage. We're back. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm eventually going to get a stream deck. I think we saw one at Target or Walmart for like 50, like one of the stream deck minis for like 50, 60 bucks. So I think I might get one of those soon. Because right now I just have my keyboard all hotkeys of like numbers for things, and I got confused. I hit spacebar.
That was almost your Christmas present. But then you made a comment about the headset, and so I went with the headset instead of the stream deck. Hope you're okay with that.
Yeah. We both got each other headsets or headphone, some sort of headphone. Because I remember her like way earlier in the year being like, I wish I had like an over-the-ear Bluetooth headphones so I can like for meetings at work or just listen to music to drown out stuff and just relax and chill. And that was like the one thing that stuck with me all year. It's like I'm gonna find her a good headset. Originally, I was gonna go with like the Apple iPod Pros or Max, whatever they're called, the over-ear ones. But those are like $500, and I'm like, not that you're not worth $500 because you're worth $1 billion zillion.
You see how he recovered? He recovered.
But more so, just like when you look at it and what it can do and how it sounds, like that price compared to like, I don't want to say the price of the Sennheisers because I feel weird telling people how much I spent on gifts for them, but like. A smaller price.
I can just like.
I can Google a really good name. Like they're like one of the highest quality sound making like headsets that I know of. So I know the Apples are. I'm an Android guy. I'm going to say it already. I'm the Green Bubble guy, but I feel not that Apple's probably not good. I bet it is really good, but for the price, you could probably get something. To your point, the Sennheisers really shine.
Right. Well, when there's a company that specializes in great quality sound, like I'd probably rather have their product anyway. And I have had Bose headphones in the past, which were also, amazing sound quality, but they didn't hold up. Like they didn't hold the test of time in terms of like the construction and the plastic of them. So I'm happy to try. I've never heard of Sennheiser, but I'm sure that he did his research, and I'm thrilled with these headphones. Could not love them more.
Well, I was excited because like
I know they're good.
Like Sennheiser are like higher brand, like audio equipment. And so like I was able to find like a good one for I was like, that's what for that price? Word Sennheiser at that price? What? But they're great. Like they go over the ear. They cut out like all noise around. I put them on. I was listening to music. I was doing dishes. I was kind of having like a little trippy episode because like I couldn't hear the water running or anything like that. It was weird.
Okay, what were we talking about? That's like actually related to our podcast.
Sea of Thieves. Pirates.
Oh. So towards the end of the year, we did not have as much time to game as we hoped that we would. But coming into 2022, we did. Right, it was post 2022. Or we started the GrogManay event. I've heard this pronounced so many different ways, so I don't know how to say it.
To each their own. I think you said right, GrogManay.
What's it a play on? Like, what's it a pun on?
Grog.
GrogManay.
Many grogs.
Many?
I don't know. I think it's some sort of British thing, really.
I think it probably is, and we're not British, so we wouldn't know.
Gotta find out.
But yeah, what did you guys think of the GrogManay event? I mean, I think the reward, the final, well, not the title, but the tankard. I think that's a really cool reward with them bringing it back every year to get another notch in that tankard.
And this was the first year for that, right?
Yeah. I think me and Casey have tankards with 2 notches because we did GrogManay last year. Or we at least played during that time, whether we completed the whole event.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that we did it last year.
And by last year I mean 2020.
Right.
Yeah, and then so at the beginning of GrogManay they did anyone who oh, hold on. Sir Old Sage says Hogmanay is a New Year party in Scotland.
Thank goodness we have somebody here to tell us about this.
Thank you. I never would have I would have looked up eventually, but it's nice to
Okay, but so is that pronunciation correct? That Monet, Monet? That sounds like I'm saying money, but like a rapper.
I think it's GrogManay because in the Sea of Thieves GrogManay video, I think they pronounced it GrogManay.
Yeah,
true. I could just watch the Sea of Thieves video.
But yeah, so now every year, if you complete the event, you'll get another notch in your cool gold tankard, and then there's some cool what was it the tattoo, which is kind of cool.
Tattoo.
You know, the 2 people with the things or whatever, and then I think there's a makeup. But doing the event, what did everyone think of how you had to earn the rewards?
Well, so I'll get into that in a second. I'll have 2 points here. So one point I think is I did enjoy getting the actual tankard because I do think that's a really unique and cool thing. One thing I also really like about that, thinking out of terms about it, is that this to me hopefully shows that obviously Rare and the Sea of Thieves team is going to continue obviously making content and pushing this and going forward. So hopefully, for a long-term thing, I think this shows a lot of spirit, which I think is really nice from that event.
That's funny because that was actually my first thought when I read about that as the reward was that means that they're probably not planning to end the game within a year or 2, right?
You would hope not, right? Yeah, that's what I think of it at least too. So I mean, we could see this get to a 5-year anniversary, hopefully at least, and if not more. So I think that's really cool.
I bet a 5-year anniversary is going to be so fun.
Oh yeah, 2 gildeds. But the event itself, let's get into that. It was rough. And I think that's the point because it depends, and anything you do, it's always on your perspective, right? So when you're getting some grog in you, 3 or more, just so rough because we got into a lot where if we fell into the water, we were not feeling the grog anymore, which obviously you had to get back to your ship. And then if you're trying to even shoot out of a cannon, your cannon's going every which way. So it was difficult. It was doable. I mean, we did it in a night, but difficult to say the least. A little frustrating, I think, at times too. But from the other perspective, from I think Anthony and Casey, you guys was it's just hilarious watching you guys trying to shoot these sea creatures on the cannon because it's whoa, you're going everywhere trying to hit these things. And I was getting frustrated, but I was having fun with it. If you guys watched Last Call for Lunch cast, but it was oh no, that was a little bit to the right. You got to go to the left. I'm I know you got to go to the left. I can't move it to the left right now. So from that perspective, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it was pretty frustrating. I don't know how you can make it better if you're trying to make it grog infused like that. But
this is how to make it better. you should have been able to buy a keg from the merchant and take it with you onto the island.
Well, I guess we could have done Merchant Quest to get keg. Although we'd have to dig them up.
No. Like I mean, like a keg of alcohol.
Oh, yeah. No,
not a keg.
I'm like, okay, I
Two
guess that'll
different
make it
meanings.
easier. That'd be hard to still run.
Two different meaning of kegs.
Chest of
like,
1,000 grogs.
Can you fill up on a chest of 1,000 grogs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you have to take her with you, you can fill up and just make it
So
harder for you to carry.
If we had that, that would have made it a lot easier. If you could maybe buy from the gold hoarder a chest of 1,000 grogs to take on the event with you. Because I feel like for me, the most challenging part of the event was having to go back to your ship so often to stay as drunk as you needed to stay for the achievements to count.
Well, especially for us on a brig, that stairwell is in the middle. So you go up and then you're already to the right, or you're to the left, and you fall off. Or on like a sloop, obviously, it's just a spiral, so you can go and kind of ride up the wall a little bit, make it easier. I mean, maybe I'm just not good walking. But
just like you would if you were actually drunk in a club.
Right, exactly. They need handrails, dang it. No, I do. I think that'd be cool if you could buy it somehow, or even if they, wanted to take it to the next level and you had like an event cloud in the sky, that maybe moved and you had to go and there's like one dig or something you could get and you could have that keg then, and then everyone can try and participate. But I don't know if that makes it where, like, if it's like almost like a Reaper's chest and then everyone can see it, or help out with it. I don't know, but I think something like that too would be interesting if you could buy it or attain it somehow, at least, to make it easier.
You could buy a quest for one and then go dig it up.
Right. Like, yeah, a free quest from Lorena or Lariana, however the hell you say your name. Larina. There we go. Okay, I'll remember that.
I used to say Lorena, but then after listening to the audiobook version of the novel, it's like Lorena, because every other chapter it's either a Lorena chapter or a Ramsey chapter. So it'd be like Chapter 1, Ramsey. Chapter 2, Lorena.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Do you know what I just realized? We should do this, but play the tabletop game.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we should. There we go.
Got it right here. Yeah.
Sir Old Sage says, the biggest problem I found was if you got drunk on the ship, then jumped off the ship and hit the water, it would sober you up. Exactly. That was, I think, like, the event itself, super fun. I like the idea of, like, get drunk, kill these bad guys. To get drunk, dig up some treasure. But there were times, like, I'd say 80% of the time, the moment I hit the water, I'm sober. But then there are other times which just make sense where I'm in the water for, like, longer and I'm still drunk.
Right. Or you get in the water and you get sober, you get on the ship again and you're drunk again. I'm like, this is not how this works. I don't just get it back. But yeah, I 100% agree, Old Sage, that was definitely, that was hard. And we would even park pretty dang close to the island because we knew we had to jump off and dig or, do whatever at that time. And it was still just difficult to, landing in the water for 1 second and all of a sudden you're not, not grogged up anymore.
Yeah, and the water thing really confused me because I was playing with the kid prior, and he got super, super wasted in the game. I say in the game because he's 5, so in the game. And I threw a bucket of water on him because he was having so much fun. I was like, it'll be fun for his reaction of, like, not being... He doesn't know what drunk is. He just knows he was drinking a lot of whatever was in there, and now he's, like, moving around the ship weird, So I was like, I'll splash water in his face, and then he won't do that anymore. And he'll be like, hey, what happened? But I splashed water on him, and nothing happened.
It's abundance of water.
It's just inconsistent. Whatever, like, that programming is just inconsistent. But I'm glad that Sir Old Sage noticed it too, because that's, like, very validating. Because I was like, is that what's happening? Like, I'm jumping in the water and then getting sober.
I've been drunk a few times in my day, right? I've never, like, gotten wet and then was like, oh my gosh, I'm perfectly fine now. I can drive home.
That's a video game of sobering up, because I know, off topic, but on Assassin's Creed, that's the same thing. You take a guy and you throw him into the lake and he sobers up all of a sudden. It's like, what the heck? How does that work? That's like
Oh,
I've
I mean,
always told,
Pirates of
don't
the
go in a
Caribbean
pool.
too, right? Like, he
Right.
throws the bucket of water on whose name I can't even.
Sparrow.
No,
Oh,
Gibbs.
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 And then he's like, ugh.
Wasn't he just asleep?
Yeah, but he was always drunk.
He was on Tortuga. It's got to be, he had some GrogManay.
He was asleep because the line is like, blast, I'm already awake. That was for the smell. But no, he's always drunk. He was probably drunk, hungover, all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think overall the event was a blast. I had so much fun doing it. I thought it was so fun.
It is a fun one, and it's really lighthearted. So I'm not complaining, and I don't think they should get rid of it. But it was of it was.
Well, and two, I think it just introduces something that we're not used to. I don't go down and just start having 3 beers and 3 grogs and going out and trying to attack. So to try to cope with it, so to say, by going right when you're going left and left when you're going right, it was difficult and different. So
I also think another part of it that I think could be fixed and made better, not necessarily fixed, made better, is so what one of them was killing 20 skeletons with fire while drunk.
Oh yeah.
But it didn't. If you got like you drank the 3, you were at the top of the hill drunk, right? And then you start to come down. Maybe you're right under half. You're still kind of drunk. Now it's not counting the kills.
Yeah, because it takes a while for them to be on fire, for them to die at times. So when even if they're already on fire, we were noticing that it wasn't giving it to us because we started coming down from our grog, but they didn't die from the fire. And then all of a sudden they would die. And it's like, I think we killed like 80 skeletons, I want to say.
Yeah, there was
easily.
like that time you died and then I revived you and you were still drunk and you had that last firebomb and you threw it and they died, but it didn't count when we checked the
nothing
score.
happened, right?
But I think out of all of the previous, like the past few, I'd say like the past 3 or 4 previous like events like that, I'd say I had the most fun with this one.
Yeah, no, I agree. It wasn't. Yeah, I don't really remember what I had the challenges for the other ones, like the Festival of Giving, stuff like that. But yeah, it was different, and definitely it is inspiring to see it, I guess, for next year too, and see how they change it or update it, and whatnot. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So aside from GrogManay, we had set up an account for the kiddo, the 5-year-old. We have a 5-year-old, and he watches us play, and he wanted to play himself. So we set him up an account. He created a pirate, which was really fun to watch, because he'd be like, we'd be going through the pirate. We'd be like, I like this guy because he's got that shovel. That's a cool shovel. But that guy's got a pistol. I like that. Or he didn't say that guy's got a gun. And we're like, don't look at what they're holding. Everybody has that stuff. You'd be like, oh, okay. But that guy has a map. I kind of want a map. So we're going around. They're like, okay, let's pick our 8 favorites, and then we'll pick from there. And it's like, do you like this one? Yes. Do you like that one? Yes. Do you like that? Well, we can't say yes to all of them. So we had him set up, and he's 5 years old. I set him up. I did the maiden voyage for him, earlier in the day while I was working, so that afterwards he could just, play a bit. Well, first off, the day prior, he played on Casey's account.
Well, and that's how it started. Is we let him play on my account, and he did really well.
Yeah, we set him up by himself. No one. It was just him on a solo slooping, and we're just like run around, have fun, whatever. So he ran around on the outpost for a bit, and then because of watching us, and because he watches Boxy and Beard and stuff, he got on the ship. He raised the anchor by himself. He dropped the sails by himself. And I was like, oh my God, dude, you're sailing. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, where you going? And he's like, come look. And he took me down to the map table. He opened up the map table. He went northwest and was like, there were 2 level 1 Reapers fighting. He's like, those guys, I want to go over there and show them my sword. And I was like, all right. So he went back up to the wheel, and I showed, the compass on the wheel. I said, see the NW? Keep that in the circle, and that's how you'll get to those guys. And he did. I think I had ran out to get something real quick, and I came back. Case was playing with him because he got like stuck in a storm. So like she jumped on, and they were like playing together, and he was just having such a blast that like the next day we created his own character, and then me and him sailed. He was the captain. He'd let me know this. I'm the captain of this ship. All right. So I said, okay, you're the captain. I'll do what you say. You know. So we did one of every type of voyage. We did a gold hoarder voyage, dig him up. You know, his level 1. You know, just the easiest ones. And we went to, I forgot what island it was. It's like right above Sanctuary Island, that long one. That's like blur. And we got there, and I pulled out the map, and I said, all right, we got to find this X. And he said, where is it? And I said, I don't know. Let's look at the map. So I turned the map around. I showed him the map, and he looked at it and went like, he's like, the X? I'm like, we got to dig up the X. And he's like, all right, well, it's near some green stuff. I think that's grass. There's grass over here. And I said, okay, but where in the grass? And he looked at the map again, and he said, well, on that side, there's a lot of sand. And there's a lot of sand on this side of the island. So we went over there and then went to like where the sand and the grass met and just tanked it and dug it up. And I was like, you're so smart, dude.
I'm gonna need him to come over when I'm trying to dig, and take over for me, please.
I need him to become a sweat lord like right away. I just need it to happen so fast.
Like I've played with people for the first time. My older brother, my younger sister. I haven't played with her yet, but I've seen her playing stuff. Who can't figure that stuff out on their own. The 5-year-old is figuring it out. I mean, granted, again, he watches it a lot because he sees us and watches streamers when we're watching the streamers and watching videos and stuff. But
I don't care, man, dude. Dig'ems. I don't know where I am half the time on the dang map. So I think every time we're on live and we're digging it up, I'm like, Anthony, I think I need you to help me. Or what side of the island did we come on? Where are we right now? Where am I? Like, I don't even have that thought process down. So props to the kid.
And then we did an order of, we went and turned that in, you know. Then we did an order of souls. It was 2 islands with 1 captain on each. I let him fight. I let him do most of the fighting. He killed everybody, all the skeletons, killed the captains on his own. Went and sold those. Then we did a merchants. We had to collect a red chicken and a black chicken. I took him to Cannon Cove. I believe I took him to Cannon Cove. And I was like, I think there's chickens here. And we were both running around with like chicken crates. And I was like, you know what? I don't think there are chickens here. And then he ran away. And then he was like, I see a red one and a black one. I was like, oh, no, you're finding chickens too? Jeez. And then we caught those. And then it was time for dinner. So we went and sold and turned in and ran into some guys who were just like very confused. We went up to an island. There was a galleon sitting there with an alliance flag up, so I joined their alliance. And I was like, I'll give these guys like 10 gold, whatever, because chickens aren't worth shit. And then they were like, why are we getting money as you're turning in treasure? And I was like, you must be new to the game. And then they're like, why are you burning your ship? And I was like, we're leaving, bye. But yeah, he had a blast. He was like, I'm gonna go sleep in the bed while you sail us there. So he went down below. He like climbed, slept in the bed on the sloop, and then he's like, "Let me know when we're there." And I said, "Okay." And then so I said, "Hey, H, we're there." And he said, "I'm sleeping right now. You have to like wake me up. You have to like really let me know. You have to talk to your megaphone to wake me up." And I was like, "Oh, we're role playing. Okay, Captain, we're there." Like like he's like, "Oh wait, we're there. Good sailing, not Captain." Like
sounds like another captain I know.
No, it was really fun. The day before,
That's awesome.
when he was playing with Case, he found a Disney stick and he really liked it, and he fell off the ship with it and he started screaming like, "Drop the anchor! Drop the anchor!" And then she was like, "No, we can't drop the anchor. We got to go turn this register. We can eat dinner and stuff." And he was like, "Please drop the anchor." And we're like, "Just take the mermaid." And he's like, "How?" And we were like, "Well, first you have to drop the stick." He's like, "I don't want to drop it." And so she eventually dropped the anchor. And then he was like, but still trying to get him to take the mermaid. He was like, "I'll swim it. I can swim it. I swear. I can." He started swimming it, and then like the moment he got bit by a shark, he was like, "Ah!" and like took the mermaid.
Been there too. So he has sold more chickens than I have in a year of gaming. Nice.
But yeah, we're gonna turn him into a sweat lord. Just the fact that he saw those 2 Reapers was like, I'm gonna go hit them with my sword. I was like, yes, yes. And then
well, it's sort of inspiring watching him play in a way because he approached those Reapers with no fear, and he's 5. So if they had killed him, which they didn't, but if they had killed him, he would not have raged quite as hard as I do. So I'm like, I need to have a little more Henson in my mind when I play this game.
Well, it's a little easier too when you have no treasure or very little treasure, and we're going. But when we have an Athena chest and I don't know the whole Fort of Fortune, and then we have 3 Reapers on us, it's like, don't really want to turn the fight.
For me, I think the thing that's like fun about playing with him is like I want to play with him and then go fight somebody, and then have that, and then we'll probably lose, but then have them be like, you suck, and I can just be like, he's 5, and then he gets on like I'm 5, like. I don't know why he's British there, but like,
Hello, Roger.
Definitely developed a British accent.
And then they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry," and I'm like, "That's right, you are sorry."
Yeah, you barely beat a 5-year-old. Way to go.
But yeah, those are really
awesome.
the adventures we've had, in the few times we've gotten to play since the new year and since the last episode. It's been hectic. I think there was like one time when her mom was here that we're like, we're gonna go play this video game, Baba, and she was like, okay, that's what we call her. We call her Baba, just in case everyone was confused.
And I couldn't play, but just to remind you guys, we did, and we can have this as a story, tall tale one time. But we did have 8 chat, 8 listeners, Athenas in one night. So don't say we didn't do anything when one night we had 8 Athenas.
Oh no.
The way I did it again. We're back. I gotta stop hitting space bar. So what were you saying, Bill? I did press it again. I'm an idiot, dude. I'm gonna look into what you said. So what are you saying? We got 8 Athenas. That's what Bill was saying.
8 Athenas. And it was during Double Golden Glory. So don't say we didn't do anything. We made up for it in one night. One day, I should say, because it wasn't a night playing.
We spent like 10 hours, 11 hours that day or something. We made over $1 million. We made like $1 million gold. It was a fun day.
I want to say.
It was a fun day.
Foffs, a gilded, another Foff, a steel. I think we had. It was ridiculous.
It was just an utterly fantastic day.
We were determined during Golden Glory, but I don't remember why. What were we trying to do?
Just make a ton of money, I think.
Well, when I loaded in, there was a Foff right in front of us. I'm like, well, Anthony, do you want to do this? Because when Casey comes in and sees it, we're gonna do it. And then we did it, and then we did that. Then it's like, all right, what should we do now? Oh yeah, we have a gilded. Let's do a gilded. So then we did that, and then another Foff popped, and it's like, okay, well, I guess we're doing it again.
That was the day where we played for literally, it was like 11 hours straight.
Right.
Oh,
ridiculous.
God. What a great day.
It was such a good.
Yeah,
I haven't had a day like that in forever. Sorry, my dog's farting up a storm over here.
Job.
Like years ago.
Don't play your tune now.
Those would be my days. Back when I lived in Maryland and stuff. I would sit around and play video games for like 10, 11, 12 hours a day. I was doing video editing from home as a job, so I can just spend 3 days, 12 hours a day playing video games, and then rush to edit a wedding video in like 2 days. And it'd be just as good as if I spent a week on it. Does that make me a good editor or a crappy editor? You decide. So we don't really get those days anymore. You play with us a lot. We play for maybe 2 hours a day at times. A few times a week. So yeah, those days are really, really fun. I can just not think about anything and just have a fun, enjoy time with my friends and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we said on the VOD too, it's not going to happen every month, but if we can, if we find a weekend where it's just like, I'm burnt from work, let's sail, and we're just out on a Saturday, Sunday, I'm down.
All right, so we do have an email. It's a long one. Ooh. This comes from a listener, obviously. Someone who's emailed in. I think they're one of our first emails when we towards the beginning there. It says,
Love it.
"Hello, Lunch, Mrs. LunchLady, and DarkestWARHAWK. I was not sure to send another email, but after hearing that you three love getting emails, I thought, why not? So here it is, and if possible, I'd like you, if you can go over the email during episode. I would like to hear your responses and reactions from all three of you. So at first, I would like to share a little about myself. You already know my name, Boaz. Sorry. The best way the best way to pronounce it is to say the O and the A apart from each other, not as one big. I think last time I said Boaz. It's Boaz. I'm Dutch, live in the Netherlands, so hello from across the globe. If I am correct, you are American. You are correct, sir.
That is crazy. People listen to us in another continent.
It's weird to think, right?
Pressure. Love it.
And he said, and if you wonder what Dutch looks like, here you go. Hello. I'm not even gonna butcher it because I'll feel like an ass. But it's he says he translates it. Hello everyone, my name is Boaz. Nice to meet you all, but it's in Dutch.
Wow,
that's really cool.
Back when I lived in Maryland, there was a time where I was like, I wanted to learn Dutch just because I think it's just like a great sounding language. But I never like got around to learning it. I was just like I'd watched a few like people on YouTube who were Dutch who like talked about the language itself, not necessarily how to say certain words. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're in French class and they like spend like a month being like feminine and masculine and what it means and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, can I just say hello? Bonjour. Je m'appelle Guy. That's what the only things I learned in French class is like je m'appelle, my name is. Parlez-vous fromage? I think that's like, do you speak cheese? Parlez-vous fromage? Do you speak cheese?
Do you speak cheese?
Do you speak cheese?
It's omelette du fromage.
Old Sage says hello from the UK.
Yeah.
I want to go there sometime.
I didn't know that you took French.
Yeah, it was either Spanish or French, and I was like, why would I learn Spanish? French is cooler. And then I'm like, I wish I would have taken Spanish, but then also paid attention. Because it makes more sense, because a lot of people in this country speak Spanish.
But you have to keep up with it, so not to get off topic with it, but I minored in Spanish and don't think I can really get along with it too much more.
Really?
See.
I really want to learn Japanese. That's what I really, really want to learn.
That'd be intense. I heard it's pretty hard.
Yeah, I started a while back, probably right before I met you. Case I started it. Learning like kanji. No, I wasn't learning kanji. What was I learning? Hiragana? Maybe. I don't remember. Anyways, I'm currently 24. Love games, movies, and puzzles. Puzzles like jigsaw puzzles, or just like
probably
maybe. I suck at jigsaw puzzles.
A lot of people love puzzles like that. Yeah, I mean puzzles are great.
Hillary, not to get off topic, sorry, Boaz, but Hillary sent me a picture of her the other weekend when she had COVID. She's like, just spent 2 hours doing this, and it was like 1,000 or 2,000 piece puzzle. I'm like, I couldn't. I don't think I have the brain power to do that. Like,
dude, I love puzzles.
My ex's mom had so many puzzles. She didn't keep the boxes. She would do a puzzle. The moment she was finished with it, she would take it apart and put it in like a baggie. And put it in a drawer, and she'll just like take out a random baggie, put a puzzle together, take it apart, put it in the drawer. She loved puzzles.
Wow. Wait, so she would do when she would return to the puzzle? She didn't have the box, so she didn't have the picture.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's bananas.
BANANAS. Oh, copyright, can't say that. Sorry.
And Sea of Thieves is by far one of my favorite games of all. Like you, Lunch, I live and breathe for this game. The friends I made, the adventures, the lore, the puzzles. I love it all. I even bought Tales from the Sea of Thieves book and go through it every once in a while still. Excuse me. Seeing new things that I now also see in the game. Like, did you know on page 5, the ship has a harpoon? This was way before they were in the game. I'm also a member of the Discord group, The Cutthroats. Maybe you have heard of us. We did win several community events in the past. We strive to be the best of the best on the seas, and we even have our own shanty, which you can listen to here. I've heard of the Cutthroats. Cutthroats. Sorry, I keep mispronouncing it for some reason. I'm an idiot. I've heard of the Cutthroats. So, did it again. I've heard
Where
of.
do you get that sound from?
I don't know. I've heard of the group. I've heard of this group, and so when I was reading this originally, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that he's part of that. There is a link to a YouTube video for their shanty, which is really, really cool. I've listened to it. I'm going to reach out to him and see if we can put a link to it in the video description of the podcast. But I'm sure if you look up the Cutthroats on YouTube, I'm sure you will find it.
Heck yeah.
I just can we just like pay them to give me lessons? Like, I want to be one of the best.
Yeah. How do I swing a sword?
Yeah. How do I play this game? I'm not being facetious. I'm being serious.
I mean, it is crazy, like the little tips and tricks you can learn that just make you more efficient or better. Like we all know how to swing a sword, but I know for sure I don't have like I don't use a block and then back up or jump forward like to
Oh
be
yeah.
quicker or more agile. So I do know that there is a lot that you could learn probably easy to them or something that they just do every day that, you know, us normal-ish players or people that just don't know about it would definitely benefit from. So that is good. Boaz, hit us up.
I'm also planning to do something new. Like you guys covered in an episode, the game has a lot of content. Like a lot. And also a lot of lore, secrets, hidden codes, stories, and characters. So my idea is to keep an in real life journal about this game. I'm buying a pirate journal, and I'm going to write everything I can about this game that I find, like about Flamehearts, Ditcher Jin, the Sirens, Skeleton Runes, and everything else. I mean, we all know the story, but when you try to explain it, it is a lot. So I'm going to keep a journal to keep track of this incredible game we love and its story. Oh, by the way, Lunch, you said you started sailing March 20th, 2018. Well, I started on March 19th. So that makes me a true first-day pirate and you a second-day pirate. I'm one day ahead of you. And yes, here I am making the smuggiest of faces. You son of a bit now. That's
Dude,
so weird.
Sounds like he just cutthroat you, dude.
I'm curious, like how he was, like why he says March 19th. Maybe because where he is in the like on the other side of the world. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, they would have. I mean, depending when it launched, I guess, because that would have been the 20th for you. No, that would have been the 19th for you. I don't know. Maybe it launched there first, and then it came to the U.S. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or maybe like the 20th for us is like the 19th for them. Oh no, because they'd be ahead of us, right?
They'd be ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
But maybe they got it like a day early or something because it's a UK team or that side of the world team.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm looking forward to. That was weird. I heard myself. I'm looking forward to more episodes, and while I can wait and have patience, I'm really excited to talk about this amazing game we all play. I leave you with a tall tale of my own. This was back in the Shrouded Spoils update as one of my favorite to tell. It's a bit long, but I think you will enjoy it. I call it Don't Mess with Captain Jack Bull. That's my pirate name, by the way.
Nice.
I awoke in a tavern after a night full of drinking. The sun hit my eyes, causing me to stir awake. After stretching some, I walked out to meet the sun itself. It was a wonderful day, blue sky, sun high, and warm. I enjoyed the view and thought to myself, it's a good day for plundering. I started gathering supplies I would need, food, planks, cannonballs, etc., when suddenly I spot something. From the horizon, a galleon was approaching me sloop, and fast. I raced back to the sloop, hoist anchor, and set sail. That was a good idea because they launched a volley of cannonballs. They flew past my head, missing me by inches sometimes, but never hit. Landlubbers, I thought by myself. I was about to sail away when me I spot. I want to say I love how he writes out me instead of
Me,
my.
yeah.
Like when me I spotted something else. Should I do an accent? I don't want to like annoy anybody. Not a Dutch accent.
boo-boo.
I'm just saying not like a.
You're
Dutch
doing
accent.
great.
Yeah, you do you. Read it as it lies.
A cloud formed like a ship, skeletons calling us out. So I thought, maybe we can team up. So I raised the friendship flag and sailed back to the galleon. Bad mistake. The galleon fired at me. One of their teammates got aboard, lowered me anchor, and was coming for me. Clearly he didn't know who he was dealing with. I am Captain Jack Bull, legendary pirate. So I drew my sword, slew the blackguard, raised me anchor, and sailed away. But that galleon was not done with me yet, mate. They set sail after me. Even with all my experience, 1 against 4 was not a match anyone can easily win. So I started to think. Then an idea brew up in me. The skeleton ships were still waiting to be called. Knowing with my legendary status, I can maybe call them to fight for me. So I sailed toward the ship cloud and waited on the edge of the skeleton's area. As the galleon was close enough, I lowered sail and shouted, "I call upon the fleet of 1,000 grogs on ye." The water rumbled as 2 skelly galleons appeared on me, both sides of me sloop, their bony bodies ready for a fight. Calling upon skeletons, even as a legendary pirate, is always dangerous. So first they fired on me. But even as their cursed grog balls hit me, I was focused, keep my sloop afloat, and sailed away from them, hoping they would lose interest in me. And they did. They turned around and went for me galleon that foolishly came after me. I climbed up to the crow's nest and watched the battle, letting out a hearty laugh as the skeletons blasted them away, causing them to sink and sent to Davy Jones' locker. No one messes with Captain Jack Bull, matey.
Dang.
But the tale does not end there. Planning ahead, I set sail for the Devil's Roar, hoping to get a good coin. As I was passing through the winds, I saw another sloop fighting a lonely skelly galleon. Being humble, I changed course to help them. As I approached, I spotted another galleon. Thinking it could be the same from before, I readied me sloop for battle, but it was not. This other crew had the same idea as me and wanted to help the other sloop. What a camaraderie. Sadly, we were unable to save the other sloop as it sunk towards the bottom. I took my hat off and gave them a small prayer, hoping they could find themselves back. Not everyone makes it back from the ferry. As I slowly sailed towards the friendly galleon, I noticed... I lost my place. I noticed a new cloud in the form of a skull. A fort was holding a grand prize, followed of Flameheart, who had filled the vault with treasury as an offering to him. So after some talk, we formed a small alliance and set sail towards the fort. But Mother Athena had other plans for us. Suddenly the water rumbled as a giant blue shark raised from the depths. We anchored, gathered our weapons, and fired. The fight was hard as a megalodon kept biting large chunks out of both ships. But after enough shots into the beast, we slew it. We laughed as the we laughed as the megalodon released treasure from its belly she swallowed from less unfortunate pirates. We were busy gathering the loot when suddenly I had a bad feeling. I always trust me gut, and it turns out I was right. The water started to rumble again. I had just enough time to warn them when another megalodon raised from the water. This one yellow in scales and was out for revenge for her fallen sister. I was gonna say, this is another fucking
Right? That's what I'm
this
like.
is another Shroud of Ghost
way.
story. I'm gonna die. We quickly swim back to our ships and fire the cannons one after another. The fight was even harder as the Meg kept attacking. It was full of rage and it wouldn't stop. I had a lot of trouble on my own simple sloop. The Meg kept charging at me, taking chunks out both of me and my sloop, I dare say. I almost got sunk to the bottom myself, but I didn't. I got ready for the last volley of cannons, and when it was ready, I fired right into the mouth of the beast, dealing massive damage. The fight was finally over. We celebrated heavy. Together we took down a skeleton galleon that was out for war, 2 Megs making the seas just a bit safer. But there was one last thing to do, the Skelly Fort. We sailed together and anchored together, fought wave after wave until finally the captain came to see what was going on. After a fierce battle, we killed that cursed captain, got the key, and opened the vault. The loot was incredible. We loaded everything on the galleon and set sail to Ancient Spire. Once there, I helped them transport the loot and let them sell everything. I still got a fair bit of coin thanks to the Alliance. As a farewell, I gave them a gift of an Ashen legendary voyage. They were very thankful and happy with them allowing to sell everything we gathered so they can get the most coin and reputation. I left the sea with wishing them good luck. It was indeed a very good day for pirating.
Yeah.
Great story, by the way.
Very
I kind
good.
of forgot you were just talking about your own adventures on the seas. I thought I was reading a story that someone wrote about pirating. That's the stuff I like to hear, man. That's the fun stuff, you know. Like we all love fighting, we all love PvP, and we all love battling, and we all love taking other people's treasures and stuff. But for me, like the it's all about those experiences of helping other people, and not necessarily helping, but like you went over the two different crews had the same idea to help this one crew that was getting crapped on, and then teamed up and had a blast together. You know, made this story together, and then we're grateful that you were like, you sell all the treasure and get full coin for it, you know. And then afterwards, here you can't do legendary voyages yet. Here, take a legendary voyage. That's the stuff, man. That's what the seas are about.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. It's you tell a story very very well. I was obviously gravitated in and really enjoyed it. So bravo to that. But it's crazy too when you have those nights where you think it's going to be rough because you have just a like you said, a galleon on you and all the odds against you, and you overthought how to take them down, and then you also ended the night then with nice camaraderie and teamwork. So that's what it's all about. I mean, what a fun story and great night.
Yeah, we've had a few. I actually went to unmute my mic, and as I was hitting circle, I said no, and then I realized I did hit zero, not circle, zero, not space bar. We've had nights like that ourselves, you know, finding other crews and just having a good time, and I don't know, just adventures, man. That's what the seas are about. The sea of friends, man. This is a soda. I know it looks like a beer, but it's a soda.
You drink your grog, man.
Today's episode brought to you by Ale 8. Honestly, I will say the first time I saw Ale 8 in a store, I thought it was like a local beer or something.
Yeah.
Because that's just what the logo looks like. It was like drawn by like how I would draw like a logo in high school, you know, like the kind of sharp edges and stuff. But it's delicious.
Nice.
I keep thinking like, I was gonna say, I keep thinking like you're frozen. So I'm like, man, she's frozen. But then I see your eyes blink. I'm like, oh no, she's just sitting still.
Oh, I was muted, and then anyway, it was a really good story. I really like it when people write their stories like a story. Like they don't just write in and say like, "Can you believe this crazy thing that happened?" But they like spin us this tale. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're fun to read. I mean we've said it last episode. I think I say all the time, like I love it when people send in emails. I get so excited when people want to share their adventures with us. So keep them coming. Bill's really good. I pointed like he's right next to me. Bill right there. He's really good at telling the tall tales for us. When it comes to our stories that we tell.
Well, I mean, I'm a good fisherman, so we always tell these tales, and sometimes the tale gets longer, but I mean, better. Definitely everything happened is true, so 100%.
Sir Old Sage, his best tip I ever got: keybind planks to mouse wheel up and bucket to mouse wheel down. Save you tons of time. I actually have on the Xbox, I have planks on the left D-pad and food on the right D-pad, and then I just go to the wheel for the bucket.
Yeah, it's great. Like I mean, for that stuff, it's crazy how you can get so used to where it is. Like I get so frustrated when I'm trying to bring out my spyglass, and I always bring out my damn compass or my shovel when I'm not trying to, because I just do it so quickly. It's like like I definitely left it on here, the damn wheel. So I probably need to change my key bindings too.
Yeah, if I didn't like using emotes, then I would have more spots for key binding stuff. Same with like the little quick chats or whatever. I wish there was more. I wonder, like, I don't have you. Do you have a Pro controller?
Heck
it has
yeah,
it has the triggers in the back, right?
Yeah, I should
can
probably
you
use
keybind?
that.
Can you
I don't
keybind
use
those?
Just breaking shit in my home.
Like how I said, heck yeah, dude.
Dude.
Like I'm an idiot. Like of course I do. You dum dum. Is that the Halo one? You opened it?
Yeah. I did. I mean, you know what? I think I took your advice. It's like, you know what? My dad's always said it. Like, what's the point of buying like a really nice car if you're never gonna drive it just to keep its value? It's like, you know what? I bought this. I love Halo. I'm gonna open. I got the damn controller now on my gun when I'm playing. So worth it.
I used to have that same thing where I'd buy stuff like collectibles and I would never open up the package. But I'm like, I'm never gonna try to sell this thing. I bought it because I like it. So
Right.
like all of my pops are out of boxes. I don't even they're just in a box. I don't care. I don't really collect stuff anymore. Now when I think back about it, I'm like, man, I wasted so much money on this stuff. But I'm not saying it's a waste of money. So if you do like to collect stuff, anyone out there listening, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do. I think collecting's still cool. I have nowhere to put things. I still have. I saw some stuff. I still have like some amiibo figures, from like Breath of the Wild that aren't even out of the package.
Opened up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's my computer controller, so to say, if I'm on my computer.
Right on. Well, I think that's going to be it for this week's episode. I think it went really well. I enjoyed.
I think so too.
Yeah, I wish we would have thought of the live stream sooner.
Appreciate you, old sage.
Yeah, man.
Commenting, pushing us through, telling us about. Oh, I already forgot. Hogmanay, Scotland. Love it.
I think that
fun note. I own land in Scotland, so I'm actually technically a Sir. I'm Sir William.
Wait.
not.
You wait.
Oh yeah.
You own land in Scotland?
I sure do.
Why?
Is it like 1 square inch?
No. It's
2
bigger
square
than that.
inches.
It's a
Hello.
Square foot. Hello.
Is it
Exactly.
really just like a square foot of land?
Yeah.
Where did you get it? Is it like a family thing?
So my favorite movie is Braveheart, Scotland ties. And I just thought it'd be really a unique thing to do. Like, because there's apparently how it's written in Scottish laws, if to be considered a noble, you just have to own land there. And I found this place that you're able to buy land, and they actually add it to a conservatory. They build a tree off of it. So it helped preserve the land a little bit more, but I'm also able to call myself a sir because I'm noble.
And Sir Old Sage says, or a lord.
Or lord, yeah, I'm not a sir. What the hell? I'm a lord, William Krieger. That's Sir Old Sage. Thank you.
It's Lord
correct.
DarkestWARHAWK.
Lord Dark. Oh, maybe I need to change it now. Shoot. Yes, Lord, you're 100% right. I can't even get it right, Old Sage. I overthought it because I'm like, so I bought it for Hillary too. So she's Lady Hillary. Oh yeah. She was thrilled when she got it. She's like, "What is it?" And I'm like, "You own a plot of land in Scotland. Like you're a landowner." And she's like, "Okay." I'm like,
Oh,
"I can call you Lady."
thanks.
Yeah, it's kind of how it was. I'm like, "We own 2 feet of land in Scotland."
So if you get engaged and plan to get married and send out invitations, I expect them to say
100%. I'm waiting
Lord
so
and
I can.
Lady.
Oh, 100%. I'm looking to change my passport to have Lord on it. So
Yeah.
Sir Old Sage says, use your lord title in hotels. It'll get you upgrades.
Nuh-uh.
see, and I always wonder why they have the prefix Mr., 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 Mrs., all that. Oh man, sir.
Now you got it, man.
I've
you,
never
kind
like
sir.
I've never thought about.
He's also a reverend. So he's Reverend
Oh,
Lord
my.
DarkestWARHAWK.
I've never thought
my
about
God.
going to Scotland ever, but I think maybe we should buy a plot of land. And so we do ever go, we can get some hotel upgrades.
I'll hook you up.
I'll say
Sir.
the one thing I wasn't too sure of when it came to the streaming the podcast and doing it live was like, should we interact with if people were chatting, should we interact with chat? How much? How little? I don't want people to feel like they're ignored, but I also don't want to feel like we're just talking to chat. But I feel like it worked,
I think
Yeah.
it went well. Yeah. I had a
well.
great time.
Yeah.
We'll see how it slices and dices for the podcast, but I think it was wonderful.
So, like we said, if you missed it at the beginning, live recordings. You can watch us live every Thursday. We'll do the podcast on Twitch, twitch.tv/lastcallforlunch. On Mondays, you can listen to it on your favorite podcast player or watch the recap on the YouTube page. You just look up Sea of Friends, and you'll find us because we don't have a custom URL yet. because I think you need like 100 followers or something. Subscribers, whatever they're called on YouTube. I don't remember anymore. So many different things on so many different platforms. I'm so confused.
Start making accounts. Get followers.
All right, so if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't have any concerns. You can tweet at us at the Sea of Friends or email us at seaoffriendspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know your tall tales and what you think of the game. And now that you can see us, let us know how beautiful we are. That's what I want to hear. I'm very vain. I need people to look at me and tell me they
I did my hair
like
today
my
for you
beard.
guys.
Really. You could tell I did my hair too. Until next time, I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I'm MrsLunchLady.
And I'm DarkestWARHAWK.
And remember, it doesn't always have to be a sea of thieves.